Welcome. Today we are diving into a topic that a lot of women wrestle with. It's the myth that you have to choose between being a great mother and being a good leader. The idea that you can either have a thriving family or a thriving career, but not both. And the truth is, motherhood and leadership are not enemies. They do not compete with one another. In fact, they often can enrich each other in some of the most powerful ways that other people cannot do. And so I want to share with you some lessons leadership can learn from motherhood, and lessons motherhood can learn from leadership, and the tensions and sacrifices that come with both, and how we can reframe them, and really a celebration of the strength of a dual calling. And so, if we start with lessons leadership can learn from motherhood, motherhood has a way of shaping leaders in ways no textbook ever could. Think about patience. If you ever have tried to get a toddler dressed and out the door, you know what I mean. And it doesn't stop at the toddler age. We have a 9-year-old. It's like, how many times do we need to ask? And so patience is not optional. It is really survival. And that same patience is a gift when you are leading a team through change or coaching someone who's struggling. And motherhood also teaches prioritization. Kids have a way of making you see quickly what really matters. You learn to distinguish between what is urgent and what is important. That ability to cut through noise is invaluable in leadership. And then there's empathy. Mothers often develop a deep ability to read emotions, to sense what is going on beneath the surface here. And that skill translates directly into leading teams because leadership is not just about managing tasks, it is about understanding people. I think about former Prime Minister of New Zealand. She became a mother while in office and led her country with a combination of strength and compassion. And she showed the world that motherhood can deepen, not diminish, a leader's ability to connect and respond in times of crisis. And so, if we look at lessons that motherhood can learn from leadership, if we flip it around, leadership also has lessons to offer motherhood. One of the biggest is delegation. In leadership, you learn quickly that you cannot do everything yourself, and you should not. And you have to trust your team. And the best thing about leadership is being able to delegate and help bring on those behind you. And the same applies at home. Sometimes mothers feel pressure to carry it all, the meals, the homework, the activities, the logistics, the home. And when you bring leadership skills into the home, you learn how to share responsibilities and empower those others around you that live with you. And another lesson is vision. Great leaders do not just react to problems, they set a vision for where the team is headed. In mothership, that means thinking not just about today's to do list, but about the kind of character and values that you want to instill in your kids. It is leading your family with intentionality. And then there's boundaries. Leaders know they have to protect their energy in order to be effective. That same principle applies in motherhood. Saying no to some things, whether it is over committing to school activities or taking on an extra task, it's not selfish, it's wise. And so I once coached a mom who was also an executive, and she told me that when she started applying leadership principles at home, it was like delegating, like the delegating chores to her kids, setting clear family rhythms. Her stress went down and her kids actually grew more responsible. I mean, imagine that. That is the beauty of letting the two roles inform each other. And so, just like, here in our home, I am fully capable of filling the dog dish every night, filling his water every night, taking out the trash. But you're doing your children a favor by having them do those tasks and creating the expectation that this is just a part of life. This is just what you do. And you're actually doing them a favor by learning that now. And so, if we look at the tensions and the sacrifices and how we can reframe them, let's be honest, living in both roles is never going to feel easy. There are real tensions and real sacrifices. And anything good in life is going to feel that way. You're going to miss things. A meeting will run long and you're going to miss a bedtime or taking or picking up from school, or your child will get sick and you have to cancel a big presentation. There are trade-offs, and those trade-offs can be painful. The temptation is to view those moments as failure. But what if we reframe them? Instead of seeing them as evidence that you cannot do both, see them as evidence that you are doing something remarkable. You are holding two callings at the same time. I mean, God trusts you enough to be able to do that. And that requires flexibility and creativity and resilience. And yes, there's going to be sacrifices, but there will also be moments of incredible strength. When your kids see you leading at work, they learn what is possible and they see how strong of a mother that they have. And when your team sees you prioritizing your family, they learn that it is okay to be human and to have a work-life balance and to love life beyond work. And so I just want to encourage you, we need to celebrate the strength of dual calling. Motherhood and leadership together form a dual calling, and it is not about the perfection, it's about integration. Motherhood gives leaders patience and empathy and perspective. And leadership gives mothers vision and boundaries and delegation skills. And so together, they create a kind of leader the world desperately needs: strong and compassionate, driven and grounded. And think about the legacy. Kids who grow up watching their mom lead learn resilience and courage and possibility. Teams who work for leaders who embrace motherhood see firsthand what it looks like to lead with authenticity. Because let's be honest, watching anybody raise children, you see a lot of imperfections in parenting and just being a human. And this is not about choosing between the two. It is about embracing both and realizing that they can enrich each other. And I want to be your biggest cheerleader if you are balancing both of them. And so, if I would just wrap up here, motherhood and leadership do not compete with each other. They're going to enrich one another. Motherhood teaches lessons in patience and empathy and prioritization. And then leadership comes in bringing vision and boundaries and delegation that strengthen the family life. And so the tensions are going to feel real, but they are not proof that you are failing. They are proof you are carrying something powerful. Your dual calling is not a liability, it is a strength. And the more you embrace it, the more you model to your kids and your colleagues that whole, authentic leadership really looks like. So thank you for joining me today. If this encouraged you, share it with another mom or leader who just needs the reminders and can benefit from this. And if you want to go deeper, reach out to me. I would love to walk with you in your journey of a dual calling. Until next time, lead at work and love at home and celebrate the beauty of both.